Today we're going to be learning about pins, and I told you in some of the Mate in One videos that I would be making a video about pins, and now I finally am. So there's no puzzles to solve today, just a few questions because this is a learning video about pins and not a puzzle video. That'll probably be next week. As well as that, if you haven't checked out the videos for Mate in One, I suggest you do that after watching this video because there might have been some puzzles which had pins in them and you couldn't understand them. But now that you will know about pins, you could maybe understand it better. So, that being said, let's get started. So, at the end of Mate in 1 Part 10, which was last week's video, there was a puzzle to solve, and it's white to play. And if you haven't solved that puzzle yet, I suggest you solve it now, after pausing the video. So, the answer to the puzzle is Queen to h5 checkmate. This is checkmate because the king is in check thanks to the h5 queen, and the king can't move to d8, d7, e7, or f8 because there are black pieces on all the squares, and the black king cannot move on top of black pieces. The king also can't move to f7 because the queen on h5 controls f7, so he can't move there. The king has nowhere to move. There's nothing to block the check or to capture the queen, so this is checkmate. Let's start learning about pins. So a pin is when one piece is indirectly attacking another piece, but there is a less valuable piece in front of the indirectly attacked piece. This definition may be confusing for you, and I suggest you come back to this point in the video after looking at an example of pins. There are two types of pins, absolute pins and relative pins. An absolute pin is when the piece behind the pin piece is a king. Therefore, moving the pin piece is an illegal move, because then the king would be in check. A relative pin is when the piece behind the pinned piece is not a king, so moving the pin piece is not an illegal move. So this is an absolute pin because the rook on g8 is pinning the knight on d8 to the a8 king. Since the piece that's indirectly attacked by the rook is a king, this is an absolute pin. If the knight moves, then the king would be in check, but it would be white's turn, and that's not possible in a real chess game. So the knight can't move because if he did, it would be an illegal move and it wouldn't be allowed in a regular game. This is a relative pin because the knight could move even though the queen would be captured by the rook, but if the knight did move, the king would not be in check and it would be white's turn, but the king wouldn't be in check. So this is a relative pin. So this is a position from the Italian game, and the bishop is pinning the knight to the queen on d8. The f6 knight is pinned because the bishop on g5 is indirectly attacking the queen on d8. If the knight were to move, the bishop would be able to capture the queen, so this is a pin. Now, I want you to tell me if this is a relative pin or an absolute pin. You have 30 seconds starting now. Time is up. This is a relative pin because the queen on d8 is not a king. So, it's your turn. I want you to tell me which is a pinning piece, which piece is pinned, and whether this is an absolute pin or a relative pin. You'll know the answer at the beginning of next week's video. And that is when I'll tell you the answer to the puzzle, or the question. So, I really hope you enjoyed, and if you have any feedback, you can press in the comments or the forum in the description of videos, and the forum is anonymous. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one, and visit the chess playlist for every single video about chess that I upload. And probably all the videos will be about chess, so that's just a collection of all the videos. So, I hope you enjoy, and have a nice day. Goodbye!